There was a period of time this year, wasn't there, where it just felt relentless what's happened. The number of terror attacks, the Grenfell Tower fire. I remember the day of the judging was the day of the Parsons Green attack. What do you feel currently, considering what's happened in New York, about the threats to us here in the UK, but also the threats to policing as well?
So I think our hearts go out to everybody affected in New York, clearly. What it shows is this is a global threat. I went to the States to talk about our experience and to discuss with them the fact that really no major city or country can feel immune to this threat. We do sadly have a considerable number of people in many countries who are violent extremists who may feel that they can attack. We've been extraordinarily successful over the years in this country in stopping attacks, as you know, 20 in the last several years, 7 in the last 7 months, where we know murder was intended, and we managed to stop those.
1 a month.
So yes, and that's because we've got fantastic intelligence agencies, fantastic police. But that's a high volume, and it puts an enormous strain on my people, our people, and I know causes concern to the public.
And
but the great thing about London is people are carrying on.
Yeah,
they're being alert, they're giving us information, they're being very resilient.
But what about budget cuts? How much money are you facing having to cut from the budget?
Well, at the moment, it looks like over the next few years I'll have to lose from the Met budget another £400 million. We've taken £600 million out so far.
And how many
given that we have the terrorist threat,
cutting?
Given that we have rising crime, given that we have extra demand in terms of calls, that looks extraordinarily difficult to me, as I said yesterday. Well, I'm not going to do all of it in public, I can assure you. I'm putting together, together with chiefs around the country, we're putting together the best possible evidence we can, and we're having sensible conversations with the Home Office and with senior ministers, and we will continue to do that.
So this next cut isn't inevitable, you're saying?
I'm an optimist. I don't think anything's inevitable, and my people would expect me to be fighting hard, and I will do.
Can I just ask you quickly about the psychology of your officers? Because there's that expression, flight or fight, and none of us know what we'll do in a situation of the kind we're discussing here, and yet we do know what your officers will do. They'll run into trouble. They'll run towards trouble. They'll run towards an armed man, armed with nothing more than a baton. Can you explain how that kind of extraordinary courage is inculcated in police officers, or is it just there when they join up?
So I think we saw at the Pride of Britain some extraordinary stories from all sorts of people, and we see the very best of people. We see what people are capable of, whoever they may be. We saw Wayne and Charlie, wonderful people. I know them quite well now. And they just ran in and they were very seriously injured, as you know, saving other people's lives. But what they would say, and what I know to be the case, as you have pointed out, is that they would say that I was doing my job and anyone else would do the same. And I think to a great degree, none of us really know, but that is largely true about police officers. As I speak, there will be somebody showing some real courage and heroism out on the streets of London. Last night, I had 5 officers injured in various incidents. Not seriously, thank goodness, but that's what they face every day. They're well trained, they're well equipped, they've got great radio systems, they care deeply about each other. You heard, and the public, you heard them saying, Wayne saying, I had to do something. I get his first words to me in hospital, I saw him 3 days later, were literally the first words, I gave him a good fight, Mum. And Charlie, I had to go in and help Wayne. That's how they see it, but they're also, as I say, well trained, they understand how to think about risk, and there will be occasions when they absolutely know that the safest thing for all concerned is to step back and move away. So it's to do with training, I think, and the life they lead.
The viewers at home watching and listening to you can feel what we're certainly feeling here, which is waves of pride. Coming off you. Waves of pride in your offices.
They are a fantastic bunch of people. You know, everybody who works in the Met is absolutely extraordinary.